A strange new object has been spotted deep in the solar system, but this is no ordinary comet. Something is very wrong. Discovered in 2017, 3I Atlas was initially thought to be just another interstellar comet passing through. But in recent months, new data has shocked scientists, and now we're witnessing an event that defies all known laws of physics. On October 29, 2025, this comet reached its closest point to the Sun, its perihelion. But what followed has left the scientific community scrambling for answers. 3I Atlas is exhibiting behaviour unlike anything we've ever observed. Jets of unknown origin are emanating from its surface, its colour has shifted to an unnatural blue. And most perplexing of all, it seems to be manoeuvring under its own power, against the force of gravity. Scientists are calling this the most significant discovery in recent history, but is it just a fluke? Or is there something more, something beyond what we know? Stay with us as we investigate this bizarre cosmic event. By the end of this video, you'll understand why 3I Atlas could change everything we know about the universe. If you're fascinated by cosmic mysteries, hit that like button and let us know where you're watching from in the comments below. Discovered on October 25, 2017, 3I Atlas is an interstellar object, meaning it came from beyond our solar system. It was first detected by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, ATLAS, a telescope system based in Hawaii, which is designed to detect near-Earth objects. But, as scientists soon realised, 3I Atlas wasn't like anything they'd ever seen before. Comets typically exhibit bright tails as they approach the Sun, but 3I Atlas seemed to have none of the expected traits. Instead, it remained unusually dim, a puzzling characteristic for an object that should have been blazing with brightness. Even more perplexing, its trajectory suggested it had been travelling through the cosmos for millions of years before it was detected. But it was in late 2025, as it neared perihelion, its closest approach to the Sun, that the real mystery began to unfold. On November 6, 2025, astronomers were stunned when 3I Atlas suddenly brightened by 5 times its usual brightness. A sudden burst of energy, far beyond what's expected from typical cometary outgassing. And that was just the beginning. By November 9th, the Virtual Telescope project, based in Italy, released live images of 3I Atlas. The object, once a dull blur in the night sky, now appeared far brighter, with a striking blue colour that was unlike anything seen before in a comet. This was no ordinary comet, according to Dr. Gianluca Massi of the Virtual Telescope project. What we're seeing isn't just a visual anomaly. This is a significant shift in the object's characteristics. But what really shocked the scientific community was the fact that 3I Atlas seemed to be exhibiting behaviour that no natural object could replicate. The most mysterious aspect of 3I Atlas is its colour change. Comets typically display a yellow or white hue as they reflect sunlight, but 3I Atlas has turned an intense blue, much bluer than the Sun itself. Why is this important? Well, scientists have long known that colour can tell us a lot about an object's composition. The blue shift suggests the object is emitting light at shorter wavelengths, indicating an extreme amount of energy. The composition of 3I Atlas seems to include nickel, with a low iron ratio, according to spectral analysis conducted by Harvard University. This is highly unusual for a comet. But why the colour shift? And why, despite being so close to the Sun, is 3I Atlas not heating up in the way that typical comets do? These questions have baffled astronomers, and they are looking for answers. On November 7, 2025, a breakthrough moment occurred. Dr. Avi Loeb, a renowned astrophysicist from Harvard University, publicly stated that 3I Atlas had manoeuvred under its own power. This claim sent shockwaves through the scientific community. In an exclusive interview with Newsmax, Dr. Loeb said, "The object is behaving in ways that no comet, no natural object has ever behaved before. It's clear that something beyond natural forces is at work here. 3I Atlas is not just an object moving through space, it's actively changing its trajectory." Loeb's statement came as a direct challenge to conventional thinking. A comet simply can't maneuver like this, not under its own power. The laws of physics as we know them suggest that the object would have to have some kind of internal propulsion to cause such a movement. At this point, the question must be asked, is 3I Atlas a natural comet, Or is it something else entirely? To understand the gravity of this situation, let's take a step back and look at where 3i Atlas is positioned in the solar system. On October 29, 2025, 3i Atlas reached its perihelion, the closest point to the Sun in its orbit. The object passed within 203 million kilometers of the Sun, receiving a total solar radiation of approximately 770 watts per square meter. That's more energy than most comets receive, which explains the increased brightness. But, remarkably, it didn't seem to be following the typical behaviour. Where most comets would shed gas and dust to create a tail, 3i Atlas showed no such signs of outgassing. Instead, scientists observed 7 distinct jets protruding from the object's surface. The question becomes, what's causing these jets? Some experts suggest that it could be internal propulsion, while others argue it could be a bizarre form of cometary evaporation. But no one can agree on what exactly is going on. As we dig deeper into 3i Atlas's unusual behaviour, one feature stands out above all others: the 7 visible jets. No comet has been observed with this many jets in such a symmetrical arrangement. It's almost as if the object is actively ejecting material in a controlled manner. These jets have sparked a heated debate among astronomers. Could they be the result of internal processes, perhaps caused by the heating of volatile materials within the object? Or could they be something more bizarre, a result of artificial manipulation? Scientists at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory have been monitoring the object closely, and their findings suggest that these jets are unlike anything seen before. The object's behaviour is completely unprecedented, and there's no known natural phenomenon that can explain it. Another anomaly has left scientists scratching their heads: the absence of the typical cometary tail. In every other instance where a comet has come close to the Sun, we've seen it develop a distinct tail of gas and dust streaming behind it. But 3i Atlas, no tail, just 7 jets. The absence of a tail is puzzling, to say the least. One possibility is that the material simply isn't there to form a tail, or that the jets themselves are somehow behaving differently from what we've observed in other comets. But what if the lack of a tail indicates that 3i Atlas isn't a natural object at all? What if it's something entirely engineered, something that doesn't follow the same rules as other celestial bodies? These questions are critical as scientists attempt to make sense of the extraordinary data coming in from telescopes around the world. Interestingly, 3i Atlas's trajectory places it remarkably close to the point in space where the famous WOW signal was detected in 1977, just 9 degrees away. For those unfamiliar, the WOW signal was a mysterious radio signal detected by the Big Ear radio telescope in Ohio, which has never been explained. Could 3i Atlas be linked to this mysterious event? Is it possible that both the WOW signal and 3i Atlas are connected, pointing towards something far beyond natural phenomena? Could 3i Atlas be an extraterrestrial probe, deliberately sending us signals, or is it merely a coincidence? One thing is for sure: the proximity to the WOW signal raises questions that scientists can no longer ignore. As we speak, the scientific community is still divided on what 3i Atlas actually is. Some believe that it is nothing more than an unusual comet, while others are leaning towards a much more radical explanation: that 3i Atlas could be a technological object, possibly even a probe sent by an advanced civilization. Dr. Loeb, who has been outspoken on this matter, believes that the evidence is pointing towards the latter. In the coming weeks, new data will be released, especially with the anticipated close approach of 3i Atlas to Earth on December 19, 2025. Will this event reveal more secrets? Will we see if the object fragments or if it emits new jets? Or will we uncover evidence of an artificial origin? The world's eyes are on 3i Atlas, and every new observation brings us closer to an answer. But what that answer will be remains to be seen. As we continue to monitor this incredible object, one thing is clear: 3i Atlas is unlike anything we've ever encountered. The mystery deepens with every passing day. If you want to stay up to date with this unfolding story, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. I'll be following the latest developments and releasing new videos as we get more information. What do you think we'll discover? Will it survive its close encounter with Earth, or will it fragment into smaller pieces? Could this be the first sign of extraterrestrial intelligence? Leave a comment below with your thoughts, and as always, I read all your comments and look forward to hearing what you think. In the last part of our investigation, we looked at some of the extraordinary characteristics of 3I Atlas, its mysterious blue colour, the strange jets protruding from its surface, and the baffling absence of a cometary tail. But there's much more to this story. Scientists are scrambling to explain how an object this bizarre is behaving in ways that no natural comet should. And with the next critical observation scheduled for December 19, 2025, the world's astronomers are bracing for something huge. But let's dive deeper into the timeline of what's been happening with 3I Atlas and what's about to unfold. As we discussed earlier, one of the most perplexing features of 3I Atlas is the absence of a tail, which is a typical feature of most comets as they approach the Sun. But instead of the expected debris cloud or gas trail, this interstellar visitor has released 7 distinct jets. These jets appear to be coming directly from the object's surface. Telescopes such as NASA's Hubble and the Las Vegas Observatory, part of the Galileo project, have been working overtime, studying these unusual jets. Their analysis suggests that they are not just caused by typical outgassing due to solar heat. The jets seem to be too precise, almost too controlled. Some scientists have speculated that these might be signs of an internal propulsion system, an artificial mechanism directing the object's movement. But before we get too far ahead, let's look at the crucial moment when scientists first noticed the jets. On November 6, 2025, astronomers at the Virtual Telescope project noticed a sudden and sharp increase in the brightness of 3I Atlas, followed by a noticeable colour shift. By November 9th, as astronomers around the world zoomed in on the object with their telescopes, it was clear that something unprecedented was happening. Even more astonishing, scientists found that the jets were not simply emanating randomly. Instead, they were symmetrically arranged and appeared to be directed in specific directions. This suggested a level of organisation that, to many, pointed towards something more than a natural phenomenon. According to Dr. Gianluca Marsi from the Virtual Telescope project, what we're observing is far beyond the behaviour of a normal comet. There's a structure here, and it's unlike anything we've ever studied. Of course, this immediately raised suspicions that 3I Atlas wasn't a typical comet. Some scientists, including Dr. Avi Loeb, began to suggest that this could be something engineered, perhaps an object sent deliberately in our direction. One of the most troubling pieces of evidence for the natural comet theory comes from the object's acceleration. 3I Atlas is moving at astonishing speeds. In fact, it's travelling about 3 times faster than the fastest rocket Earth has ever launched, a blistering 150 kilometers per second. That alone is impressive, but the real mystery lies in how it's accelerating. In the absence of a cometary tail or typical outgassing, scientists are struggling to explain how the object is gaining speed, and when you add the fact that it seems to be changing direction, the mystery deepens further. According to Dr. Loeb, no known natural phenomenon would cause this kind of non-gravitational acceleration. It's as if something is propelling it from within. This statement is a game changer because it directly challenges what we know about the laws of physics. So what could explain this? Some have suggested that 3I Atlas may have an internal propulsion system, something that allows it to push itself through space. But if this is true, it would be a massive breakthrough, one that would raise even more questions about its origin. The mention of propulsion leads us to another controversial theory. Some scientists, like Dr. Avi Loeb, believe that 3I Atlas might not be a natural object at all. Instead, Loeb and others suggest that it could be an artificial object sent by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. Loeb's theories, though often criticised, have gained traction in the scientific community. His 2021 book, Extraterrestrial, made the case that we should be open to the possibility that interstellar objects like 3I Atlas could be probes sent to explore our solar system. Loeb even speculates that the mysterious behaviour of 3I Atlas might be evidence of this. It's not just moving on its own, Loeb said in a recent interview. It's sending us a message. He points to the object's strange acceleration, its precise jets and its unusual colour shift as signs of deliberate activity. But what's more, the trajectory of 3I Atlas suggests that it might be heading towards Earth. Could this be intentional? Are we being watched? As if the possibility of artificial origin isn't enough to ponder, there's another intriguing twist. 3I Atlas's proximity to the region of space, where the WOW signal was detected in 1977. Many of you are probably familiar with the WOW signal, a mysterious radio signal detected by the Big Ear radio telescope in Ohio. The signal's origin was never confirmed, and despite efforts to find a repeating pattern, it remains one of the most famous unsolved mysteries in astronomy. Now, the fact that 3I Atlas is located just 9 degrees from the region where the WOW signal originated is enough to make some people pause and consider the possibility of a connection. Could it be that 3I Atlas is part of an ongoing, deliberate attempt by an extraterrestrial intelligence to reach out to us? The idea sounds like science fiction, but when you examine the data closely, it raises serious questions. As we near December 19, 2025, the next major milestone in this cosmic mystery, we're left wondering, what will happen when 3I Atlas makes its closest approach to Earth, and what will the new data reveal? This is the moment astronomers have been waiting for. At just 6 days before Christmas, 3I Atlas will be within 203 million kilometers of Earth. That's close enough for us to get high-resolution images from a variety of telescopes, including NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which will be trained on the object to capture detailed optical and radar images. These new observations will be crucial in determining whether 3I Atlas fragments, releases new jets, or perhaps even reveals a smaller object within its core. Could this be a natural comet that's just behaving unusually? Or will we see evidence of something far stranger, perhaps a fragment of a metallic structure, or even an artificial probe? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the closer we get to December 19th, the more the mystery deepens. Scientists around the world are working feverishly to decode the data that has already been gathered, but many are frustrated by the lack of clarity. While the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter has provided some preliminary images, NASA has yet to release high-resolution data to the public, and many astronomers are pressing for transparency. Some, like US Representative Anna Paulina Luna, have called for the release of these crucial images, arguing that the public deserves to know what's really going on. Loeb, for his part, has been vocal in demanding more data, saying that we cannot afford to ignore the possibility that 3I Atlas could be something far more significant than a comet. The pressure is mounting. Will we get the answers we need? Or will the mystery remain locked in the cosmos, waiting for a future generation to solve it? As the countdown to December 19th continues, one thing is clear. 3I Atlas has opened a door to a mystery that could redefine our understanding of the universe. Is it just a cosmic anomaly? Or is it something far more extraordinary? A message from beyond our solar system? The answers lie in the data we're about to receive, and we'll be following every new development closely. If you want to stay updated on this incredible story, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll be releasing new videos as we approach the closest approach date and as new images come in. What do you think we'll discover? On December 19th, will it fragment? Will we finally uncover the truth behind 3I Atlas? Let me know in the comments below. As the countdown to December 19th, 2025 continues, scientists around the world are preparing for the most critical observations yet. With just a few weeks until 3I Atlas reaches its closest approach to Earth, new telescopic data is expected to reveal whether this bizarre interstellar visitor will fragment, emit additional jets, or perhaps reveal something entirely unexpected. The next few weeks will be crucial for piecing together the mystery. Will the object behave like a typical comet, releasing volatile materials and continuing its journey into the cosmos? Or will 3I Atlas reveal evidence of something more, something that could change everything we know about our solar system and our place in the universe? To understand the magnitude of what's at stake here, let's take a look at what we know so far about 3I Atlas's journey and what experts are predicting for the upcoming days. 3I Atlas's journey through the solar system has been anything but ordinary. Discovered on October 25, 2017, this interstellar object initially seemed like just another comet. But as time went on, it became clear that this was no ordinary visitor. After its initial detection, scientists closely monitored 3I Atlas as it approached the Sun. On October 29, 2025, it reached perihelion, its closest point to the Sun, at a distance of 203 million kilometers, and that's when things started to get weird. Just days after perihelion, in early November, astronomers were shocked by a sudden brightening of the object, It wasn't just a small increase in brightness either, it was 5 times brighter than expected. This sharp change in magnitude was followed by an even more unsettling shift. 3 Cygni. Atlas turned a striking blue colour, something that no comet has ever done before. Then came the discovery of the 7 jets. These jets were not only out of place for a typical comet, they appeared to be precisely organised, almost engineered. No natural phenomenon could explain the object's sudden brightening, its strange colour shift, or the formation of these 7 symmetrical jets. Scientists were forced to re-evaluate everything they knew about this object. Was it really a comet? Or was 3I Atlas something entirely different? As we continue to investigate 3I Atlas, the most perplexing feature of this object is its unexpected acceleration. Comets typically gain speed as they approach the Sun due to the force of gravity. But what's happening with 3I Atlas doesn't follow this natural pattern. Instead of following a predictable orbital path, the object is accelerating at a rate that suggests there's some other force at work. Scientists initially thought this could be due to outgassing, gas being ejected from the object's surface. But in the case of 3I Atlas, there's no visible tail, no typical cometary dust or gas cloud. Instead, something else is propelling it forward, something that can't be explained by natural forces alone. Dr. Avi Loeb has said that no known natural object can change its trajectory like this without some form of propulsion. And it's this statement that has many experts considering a bold, even radical theory. Could 3I Atlas be something more than just an unusually active comet? Dr. Loeb isn't the only one suggesting that it could be an artificial object. Some scientists are beginning to entertain the possibility that 3I Atlas might be a probe, perhaps sent by an extraterrestrial civilization. According to Loeb, the object exhibits behaviour that suggests it is under intelligent control. Its acceleration, the appearance of jets, and the way it changes its path all point to something far more sophisticated than anything nature can produce. This theory, while highly controversial, is gaining traction among some researchers. But it's not without its critics. Some argue that this is just another example of overactive imagination, pointing out that there could still be a natural explanation for the object's peculiarities. But the more scientists study 3I Atlas, the more it appears that it's challenging everything we know about comets, asteroids, and even the laws of physics. One of the most compelling aspects of this mystery is the proximity of 3I Atlas to the region of space, where the famous WOW signal was detected in 1977. For those who don't know, the WOW signal was a strong, unexplained radio signal that was detected by the Big Ear radio telescope in Ohio. The signal lasted for 72 seconds and came from a part of the sky that was never visited again. What's striking about this is that 3I Atlas's current location is just 9 degrees from where the WOW signal originated. Could this be more than a coincidence? Some have suggested that 3I Atlas and the WOW signal could be linked, perhaps as part of a larger attempt at interstellar communication. Could 3I Atlas be a signal from an advanced alien civilization? And if so, is this the beginning of contact, or just another piece in an even larger cosmic puzzle? Of course, the idea of extraterrestrial communication is speculative, but it's hard to ignore the unusual timing and proximity. What if this is more than just a strange comet? What if it's the first evidence of a message from beyond our solar system? As we approach December 19, 2025, the world's telescopes will be ready to capture every piece of data they can. The question on everyone's mind is, what will we discover? With the high-resolution images expected to be released after the closest approach, scientists will be able to get a much clearer picture of 3I Atlas's true nature. Will it fragment into smaller pieces, revealing a metallic core? Will it emit more jets or perhaps show signs of artificial activity? Or will it behave like a traditional comet, just with some peculiar quirks? Whatever happens, this will be the defining moment of the 3I Atlas mystery. As astronomers race to collect more data, one thing is certain. This will be an event that we'll remember for years to come. To piece together this cosmic puzzle, astronomers from around the world are working together. Institutions like NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, the Virtual Telescope Project in Italy, and Harvard University's Galileo project are all collaborating on the latest observations. This coordinated effort is crucial for understanding the true nature of 3I Atlas. High-tech telescopes and cutting-edge imaging systems, like NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, will provide crucial data that could reveal the object's internal composition. Will we find evidence of a core made of metal or some kind of advanced technology? Or will we confirm that 3I Atlas is just another natural object with a very peculiar set of characteristics? The data from these institutions will provide the next key piece in the investigation. As we continue to monitor 3I Atlas's approach, every observation brings us closer to an answer. As we wait for more data to come in, the speculation continues. Some experts argue that 3I Atlas is simply an unusually volatile comet, its behavior caused by complex outgassing processes or the heating of volatile materials beneath its surface. But others believe that the evidence points to something far stranger. Could this be the first sign of an extraterrestrial probe, or perhaps a piece of advanced technology travelling through our solar system? What does the sudden acceleration, the presence of jets, and the absence of a tail truly mean? And how does this connect to the WOW signal? These are the questions that will shape the next chapter of 3I Atlas's journey. And as the mystery deepens, we are left wondering, is 3I Atlas simply an astronomical anomaly, or is it the first step in discovering something much bigger? As we approach December 19th, 2025, the excitement is palpable. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Will 3I Atlas reveal itself to be a natural object, or will it shatter our understanding of the cosmos? Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. As new data comes in, I'll be right here, breaking down the latest findings and keeping you informed. What do you think we'll discover on December 19? Could this be the most significant scientific discovery of our generation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read all your comments and can't wait to hear what you think. As we reach the final stretch in the countdown to December 19th, 2025, the cosmic mystery surrounding 3I Atlas is about to be unveiled. The data we receive from this event could not only solve one of the most puzzling astronomical phenomena in recent history, but it could also have profound implications for our understanding of the universe and our place in it. After that, with only days left before the closest approach, the world's astronomers are poised to capture crucial, high-resolution images and data that may finally shed light on the true nature of 3I Atlas. Will we uncover evidence of an alien technology? Will the object fragment or behave in ways we've never seen before? In this final part of our investigation, we'll dive into the theories and possibilities for the future of 3I Atlas, what to expect on December 19th, and what happens next in this thrilling cosmic drama. On December 19th, 2025, when 3I Atlas reaches its closest point to Earth, scientists will be able to observe it with unprecedented clarity. This is when all the data collected by observatories like NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and the Virtual Telescope project will come together. NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, equipped with its high-resolution imaging science experiment, HiRISE, will be crucial in providing detailed images of the object. These high-res images will offer new insights into 3I Atlas's structure, composition and behavior, allowing scientists to examine whether the object's surface shows signs of fragmentation or the presence of a metallic core. The question everyone is asking is, will 3I Atlas still be emitting jets? Will these jets continue to behave in ways that suggest artificial propulsion? And will the object fragment or release smaller objects, as some theories suggest? These are the questions we'll be seeking answers to in the coming days, and with each new piece of data, we're one step closer to a groundbreaking discovery. As we anticipate the data from December 19th, there are several possible outcomes, each more extraordinary than the last. Let's break down what we might discover. It's possible that 3I Atlas could simply be a highly active comet, whose behavior is the result of complex outgassing or volatile evaporation processes. In this case, the 7 jets might be the result of the heating of the object's surface as it nears the sun. But this doesn't explain the object's unusual blue colour or its acceleration. Another possibility is that 3I Atlas is not a comet at all, but a metallic fragment or an interstellar asteroid. This would explain the lack of a tail, as these types of objects typically do not produce outgassing. A metallic core could be responsible for the object's jets, as it may be shedding material in a highly controlled manner. Perhaps the most tantalizing possibility is that 3I Atlas could be a technological probe. If it's deliberately maneuvering through space and sending signals, it could represent the first evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence. This theory, advanced by Dr. Avi Loeb and others, suggests that the object could be under intelligent control, its jets acting as a form of propulsion or communication. Finally, some researchers speculate that 3I Atlas could be a fragmented artificial structure, possibly a probe or spacecraft that has broken apart. The jets could be part of a mechanism designed to control the object's movement or power its components. This would make 3I Atlas not just a comet or asteroid, but a piece of advanced technology, possibly even a probe sent from another star system. As we wait for the data, these four possibilities remain on the table, and each one holds the potential to dramatically alter our understanding of space and our place in the cosmos. One of the key pieces of information we expect to learn on December 19th is 3E Atlas's composition. The object's spectral data has already revealed that it is rich in nickel and contains a relatively low amount of iron, which is highly unusual for a comet. But what else lies beneath its surface? Could it be made of metal, or is it simply an unusually volatile mixture of materials that behave differently from typical comets? The high-resolution images expected to be released will give us a clearer picture of its structure, and whether it shows signs of artificial materials or high-tech construction. Scientists at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and Harvard's Galileo project are eagerly awaiting these results, as they could either confirm or rule out theories about 3I Atlas being an artificial object. If the object's composition turns out to be something entirely unexpected, something that doesn't fit the known patterns of comets or asteroids, it would provide even more evidence that 3I Atlas is no ordinary space rock. As we look ahead to December 19th, the connection between 3I Atlas and the WOW signal is becoming more intriguing. As a reminder, the WOW signal was a mysterious radio signal detected in 1977 by the Big Ear radio telescope, and its origin has never been definitively explained. Now, with 3I Atlas's close proximity to the region where the WOW signal was detected, some are asking, could these two events be connected? Could 3I Atlas be a signal from beyond our solar system, perhaps part of a broader cosmic communication effort? Although no concrete evidence links the two, the proximity of 3I Atlas to the WOW signal's origin raises tantalizing possibilities. Some researchers, including Dr. Loeb, have even speculated that 3I Atlas could be part of an interstellar probe, perhaps even a deliberate attempt to communicate with Earth. As we prepare for the December 19th observations, we must ask, could 3I Atlas be a signal, a message, or even a warning from an advanced civilization? With the world's eyes on 3I Atlas, there's mounting pressure for transparency from the scientific community. While some data has been released to the public, NASA and other institutions have yet to provide the full range of high-resolution images and detailed findings. US Representative Anna Paulina Luna has publicly called for the declassification of more data, demanding that the American public have access to the images that could reveal the truth about 3I Atlas. In the coming weeks, expect heated discussions in Congress, as well as between scientists, as pressure builds for more transparency. Could this be the moment that the world learns the truth about 3I Atlas? Or will we have to wait even longer for the answers we seek? As we approach December 19th, we are on the cusp of a major scientific breakthrough. The data collected will likely change everything we know about 3I Atlas, but even after that, there will be plenty of questions left unanswered. One key question will be, what happens next? Will 3I Atlas continue its journey through the solar system, or will it break apart as it passes through Earth's orbit? Will new jets emerge, or will the object remain dormant? And what about the possibility of a close encounter with another interstellar object in the future? One thing is certain. The investigation into 3I Atlas will continue. And as new data comes in, we'll be here to break it down for you piece by piece. As we close out this investigation into 3I Atlas, we're left with one big question. What is this object, and what does it mean for our understanding of the universe? Is 3I Atlas just a comet, behaving in ways we don't fully understand? Or is it something far more profound, a signal, a message, or even a technological probe sent from an advanced civilization? As we wait for the data from December 19th, we can only speculate. But one thing is clear. 3I Atlas has shaken the foundations of our understanding, and whatever we discover next will change everything we know about the cosmos. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications because I'll be following this story closely and providing updates as soon as the new data comes in. What do you think? Will we uncover evidence of extraterrestrial life? Or will 3i Atlas prove to be just a bizarre but natural comet? Leave a comment below with your thoughts. I read all your comments, and I'm really curious to hear what you think. I'll see you in the next video, where we continue to explore the mysteries of the cosmos.